welcome back to Gluten Talk.
Gluten Talk.
In this episode of Gluten Talk, we're going to be talking about episode 24 and 25 of the Baker's Dozen campaign. Yes, toast and bread. Wonderful. And the guy that talks like this, but also like this. Wonderful. Recapping what we was talking about, what it is. You guys had a couple questions, and I said save it for the Gluten Talk. What were they?
Tuatella, what was the
guy's name?
Oh yeah,
the guy's
Never
name?
got his name.
Oh yeah, Fish Stick or something.
Oh, his name's Fish Sticks. No, his name's not Fish Sticks. I can tell you that. But you never did ask his name, so he's just Fish Guy.
Was it the conflict between the two? If Tuatella believed in a different god, what was the? I don't know. Did they hate each other? If one Blippy Bloop and the other a different one?
Yeah,
Or...
have you ever heard of this goddess before in your religious studies?
No. I thought the goddess had an actual name. I didn't know it was Queen of the Deep. Or...
Remember that one time we were sailing and there was all that creepy whispering and shit, and all those ghosts under the ship. What were they whispering? Wasn't it something like that?
Whoa. I can look through the annals.
The Daughter of the Sea?
The Daughter of the Sea, that's right. That is what it was.
Beware.
The Daughter of the Sea, wasn't that what it was?
Or she is coming.
Or she is bad news, y'all.
Yeah. Which would kind of play into the whole...
TJ's not helping out. He's just I'm just going to smile.
What can I tell you?
Well, we're just asking if those... We're just asking if... What they said.
You're asking for a lore now? Is that what you're asking for? I can't get it.
No, what they said back then.
That's up to your notes. What you took on your notes.
Oh, great. We got a meta. We can't meta in Blue Talk.
It's my old analog.
I mean, I can dig through it. There's quite a few notes to
I think it was Daughter of the Sea. That sounds right.
Yeah. But oof. Sorry, I just kind of dipped away, but I was like, no, I got it.
No,
yeah, Machete just Irish goodbye.
That was a good idea.
Just pieced out in a place
Literally
where she could easily drown. She's just gone.
I was trying to signal in some language that I thought he might not know, but then I was like,
but you got a 38 on stealth, so whatever you did was not noticed.
Yeah. So it was just you were distracting him quite well. I was like, ooh. I've been hanging out with Nakano a lot. That's all there's.
What you do.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, these odd creatures that you see that are combinations of birds and monkeys and fish. Thoughts?
They're cool.
I mean, I think it's just they're corrupted animals. Just like we saw people being corrupted, right? Just like we saw Avery being corrupted by fish sticks.
Yeah.
There's also animals being corrupted, right? Nothing is. That's why I think this, whatever is coming from that world is corrupting this world. So I think that bringing more things, I'm worried that bringing more things back from this world is going to make the problem worse. I think that we need to leave things there rather than bring stuff back, personally.
Yeah.
I think this idol is from here and shouldn't be in our world, but it is in our world. I think it just needs to be left in this world where it belongs. Right?
Yeah, because I mean, this...
Possibly. Maybe. Where things have access to it, yes, of course.
Yeah, but...
So there's a bit of a catch-22 here, because you have heard that, okay, it's the Sunken Queen is here. Okay, the Sunken Queen does this. Okay, the Sunken Queen gives this blessing. What is this blessing that lets landers breathe water? And
that would be a cool thing to have.
Well, but it could be the the corruption, right?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, because this is the
That's it.
blessing. This is so that they can be part of the deep. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
I hate
what
water.
is
What it
this
is.
this thing that you discerned about? Like this needs to go where it like belongs in order to achieve its objective. The eldritch fetish needs to go. The idol needs to go where it is to achieve its objective. But only when it's there can it be destroyed. So what is its intended purpose? And if you just believe it here, will it be used for that intended purpose?
Maybe it's destroyed. Maybe you can break it in this world. Maybe it's just not as magical here. Mash it.
Or yeah,
Mhm.
or it could do something else entirely.
Mhm.
You have an idea?
Meta.
Ah,
I mean, this is the place for it.
I mean, okay, so if that's fair game, I mean in the Argent Flame, the idol actually was able to take shape outside and into the plane, and it was a terrible creature. It was really awful. Like, so it could pop out and really of the book and really, really thrive here and be absolutely heinous.
Yeah.
Fun, it's Eldritch, so
Yeah, that sounds
Great.
cool. Yeah.
yeah.
Not
I mean, it
cool.
almost killed
Not
it.
cool at all.
Yeah.
Sounds rad as
She
fuck.
said that the creature, whatever it is, the fetish is of, took form and came out of the thing that it was being contained.
So
It's
just
just on its own.
On its own.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it
Came to
took
life.
like pretty much, it was super fast, took almost the entire group's full strength to stop it.
Oh, but
And
you
there's-
did destroy it though?
No,
Oh.
no, we just put it back. It just basically went back to its form that's there now. So if we're now in an area where there's a lot of this iconography, and I'm like,
So is the trick? Do we have to release it and then kill it? Is that even something we can do? I mean, how bad was it when you guys did it? Not again, this is meta, but like,
Yeah.
we got how many people in their group? We only got like one person that can breathe underwater.
yeah,
yeah, no, it's
it's bad.
it was
worst.
bad. It was a long chase, long.
6
Yeah.
party members at that point. All
Yeah.
at full.
Are there any
strength.
volcanoes here? Any Mount
That's-
Dooms?
I mean,
You
there
know,
were some underwater mountains. You've got a
Yeah.
great point. You got a great point there.
some like vents or something. Some like
Tell the crab to go rave down into the vent.
yeah.
Crab rave. I
Which
do have
I
to
know-
say. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that was a really fun imagery. The crab's like,
Crab rave. Yeah.
mhm.
Crab people. Crab people.
Yeah.
Crab people.
exactly.
I do have to say, you guys really helped me out and make it very easy for me to make things difficult for you by splitting the party. It was a very, very, very nice move.
Well, we can't all breathe underwater. Like, what can we do?
I didn't know.
Yeah, I know. It's like it's great because like now there are there's Hurt, Tamarin, and Nakano back at the material plane just chilling, and there's
out.
Machete on
Yeah.
her own entirely,
Yeah.
and then there's a scoop with fish sticks. Just it's still in the forest. Like there's a lot of stuff happening right now.
We're all very vulnerable.
I really don't want to split up the party, but
yeah.
there was nothing we could do. We had to go in somehow, and
Right.
no one breathes more than 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, we
It'd just
could
be-
have. Yeah.
It would have just
Right.
been a constant conversation of, "Hey, we got to run back. We got to go back and talk to the Kuatoa, go back and forth constantly." And that would
Yeah,
probably be the
breathing is
whole
hard.
session.
Water breathing is a great spell. I'm not gonna lie. It is an amazing spell. I believe rangers and sorcerers get access to it, but it is a really, really great spell. But you can only get it when
Yeah,
you
water
level
walk, I
up.
think.
So,
You get water walk? Yeah, just water walk.
But yeah, that whole thing of you don't ration water, you drink it, and then you find more, did help you out as far as like, I ain't got no more air. We're like, oh well, there's air here. Here you go, and you just try to find it as you go along. Whereas it worked out for you, but we'll see how that happens.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah, we'll see.
Seems like this place is set up to be able to host landers, right?
right, yeah.
I'm
that's
also
like-
confused. Like, this is a water world, so to speak. So why would there be landers at all? This is the water plane, right?
Mhm.
Why would they even know what that is, or like?
So
How is that even a concept?
if you
in this world?
remember,
There's probably no land, right?
well, if you remember, Tamron, you have that map of the elemental planes and
Yeah.
the planes. They are like, I really like that representation because it's like, kind of like a split open sphere. They are all like kind of against each other. So they are, for all intents and purposes, intense reflections of the material plane, specifically the Feywild and the Shadowfell, are like kind of like just superimposed versions of themselves, just of the material plane. Whereas the elemental planes are the same, just not as much. But they pull towards one element a lot into that plane. But they also have borders between each other. That like, for example, like the elemental plane between of like the border of between the elemental plane of water and fire is like steam, the elemental plane of steam. The one between
Right.
earth and water is like mud and muck and ooze and whatever. So there are like, of course, like, space and time is wibbly wobbly and doesn't really make a whole lot of sense when it comes to that, especially when it comes to actual borders. But the nature of the planes is that they kind of all seep into each other one way or another via these portals that you see before you. I mean, like, this is a perfect example. Literally, water from the elemental plane of water is filling up a cenote and overflowing it and churning into the jungle of an island. I mean, they're absolutely connected in probably on multiple nodes. Especially
We just left it like this. Would it just flood our entire world? Would it drain their world? Like, where does it end?
What happened? Where's the water end?
How does it stop?
It's like the Wet Bandit style campaign end. It's so
Infinite wetness.
Infinite
Yeah.
wetness. So it's a little bit more ambiguous, but I mean, you also think about, okay, if there are these creatures that have been corrupted in our world, there's got to be like a consistent connection between them two, right? There's got to be, if there's a guard posted here, there has to be some sort of connection. If there are stories of the Sunken Queen and the corruption of the deep and the Daughter of the Sea in this world, then there's got to be stuff going on. Granted, one of the things that you did figure out, as it said, that Blipti-Ploop did tell you, perhaps out of a scorned goddess, letting you know where these locations and into the realm of the queen, the Sunken Queen, the mistress of the deep, are almost like veils or gateways into that, in that position, but still provide a connection, an open threshold to. These are just that, they're thresholds, they're gateways to this area that has this iconography, that has this influence, that could possibly be the origin of said corruption. Remember what Carver was talking about? About how there were like temples under the water that were often near like places of power or whatever, like runic places of power that often had this type of iconography. It doesn't necessarily mean, like, think of it as, like, in case you don't know, the Underdark is a part of the material plane, Well, not really. It's if you go deep enough underground, you eventually cross into the Underdark, which is like, if you think about it, like Journey to the Center of the Earth kind of feel, except it's all purple and dark and like, blah blah blah. And there's underground cities of like, dark elves and Durgar and all that jazz. But there is actually a veil. They are technically two different planes, but they are connected throughout the crust of the planet physically. And it's just crossing a certain barrier of going a certain depths in certain areas, you cross that veil. So this could be the same thing. This could still be part of this world in a broader sense, but still part of another plane. When you come to dimensional and plane, things get very wibbly wobbly and out of it, like very TARDIS-y. It's bigger on the inside or it's smaller on the inside or whatever. So this could just be another reflection of the material plane and technically still connected, but also the plane of water. Like it's defies a little bit more of a definition than it would be the way.
So why are there all those the same creature and the iconography of those idols in multiple spots then?
Right. Why are there? Why are there?
Like what's?
Yeah. Go ahead.
What's the key? Like what's what's
and why those specific locations? And if they are here, does that mean the other locations also have a gateway to the plane of water? Or somehow, do they also have hodgepodge well walls that have been constructed together? Who made these well walls? Why were these well walls made? Why are they more recent, being used more often? Like what's happening?
Maybe somebody's trying to make all the planes into one big plane.
Possible. Not. TJ's smiling.
I can't.
Yeah, he's smiling.
Smile.
Did I figure out your whole thing?
One big plane.
One big plane.
One big plane.
One big smooth round ball.
When I was thinking about this campaign about 4 years ago, all I did was write down on a piece of paper, one big plane. And the whole thing just came from there. It just overflowed with ideas. Just what those 3 words.
I don't know, maybe.
All right.
Also, hey, you know what? Why didn't that guy ask us who we are? He's the one guarding. Yeah. He's not like, hey, where are you coming from? Why are you here? Who are you? What's happening? Like, he was just like, oh.
That's why he's on probation. He's not good at his job.
Who goes there? It's like the first question a guard asks.
Yeah, no, he's a guard that's like, fuck that. I'm hiding.
The other thing that was interesting to me was that he was saying that the Sunken Queen has showed up a while ago but has power and influence on other planes of existence. So it's like, what?
Yeah.
What is this person?
Maybe this person's the big bad who's coming into our world.
Could be the person that made
the big bad.
Oh no.
Could be the person,
the queen or the Sunken Queen, right?
Yeah, could be the person that actually put together the portal. Leading the people there, right?
Yeah,
a while back. I don't know. Theories, so many theories.
Yeah, more questions than less answers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do better at that. It's just like, that's I'm trying to be like, okay, you figured something out. I'm like, but in figuring that out, you were like, wait,
there's no more.
Why?
But why?
Why? There's so many more whys.
Why?
Well, the other the good thing about that is that
video.
You never lose like motivation as to finding like, well, I guess we're doing this next. This is our next story arc because we have to figure out why the fuck that happened.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I think that's all the time we have then.
Keep digging.
Thank you guys for watching Gluten Talk. Make sure to like, subscribe, the whole thing. Keep an eye out for the Patreon and that whole thing. We're figuring out putting that up sometime soon, and make sure you're active on the Discord. And we will see you later. And don't forget, as always, stay safe out there. Bye, folks.
Bye.
Bye.